Alright guys, we have a 2017 Honda Accord leaking valve cover gasket. First step, you want to take off the negative terminal. Then you want to undo the alternator. This is going to be a 12mm bolt right here. And that's why we undid the battery, just in case. Be safe. Now that does mean you're going to have to deal with the battery lights after you finish that repair, but you know, it's not going to be anything too crazy. So just remove this. Now I already did this here. There's a plug here, and there's a plug, this blue plug that goes to the AC compressor. And then you want to get this clip out of here, that clip out of here, and then there's another clip that goes right there. And I'll show you. Alright guys, going to give you kind of an overhead view here. Next you want to take off the engine cover comes off next. Then you want to get these unplugged, the ignition coils unplugged. Push down, push forward, and then push backwards is the easiest way to get it done. Alright, take out the bolts here. Now pull these coils. What I like to do is when I'm pulling the coils, I like to leave them in the same order that they were in. So I'll use the windshield towel. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you want to take this plug here for the oxygen sensor, right? Oh, hold on. It unplugs from there, and then you can remove it from this by pushing down. There's a little thing right there. Alright, now this hose pops out of this little thing on 3 spots, and it just pulls up. Now this stayed behind, so we gotta get that out of here and put it back in here. Hopefully you guys can see this. Just push this back in. Okay, that's done. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get these hoses off. Alright, let's start with this guy right here. Hopefully he won't give us a hard time. Perfect, there we go. Now this wiring harness, oh good, you can see it. Okay. This will just kind of lift up. And then this, you can see this harness for the injector. There's a little tab right here. You push down and lift up, and that'll come out. And there's some more hoses around this way. One right back here. And give it lightly a little back and forth action, and that should loosen it up. Alright, we are now on the side of the engine. There's another little plastic guy right here we need to get out. This one can be a little tough. That's why we get the right tool for the job. And now you take this, that's the harness for the alternator and the compressor. Just kind of fold it back, and look, now you got a whole bunch of space to work. So let's go back up top. Alright guys, now it's just taking off the valve cover again. So we'll start doing that. Very important you remember that this one with the little stud on it goes right there, because that's where this clips into. Alright, now just got the bolts in the back. I had to grab an extension for those here. Baby. Oh my god. There we go. Alright, now it's just a matter of pulling up. There's a little, for the hose we took off here, you can kind of lightly pull up on that to get it started. Come on, baby. Oh, look. We actually forgot one plastic clip. We go. We forgot this guy back right back here. That's my fault. Oh boy. So we get this guy out of here. Now we will be able to completely remove the valve cover gasket. Alright guys, so the next step is to just kind of clean off this valve cover right here, where it's going to be mating to. Mating surface. Get a clean rag over here. And this is just initial. You just initially want to wipe it down good. Right? Around the sides here. Oh, almost lost that. That wouldn't have been good. Okay. Just kind of go around here. Also, when you're done with this, make sure that you keep track of how many rags you used and count them before you turn on the guard, because there's been stories I've heard and where a rag gets left yeah, and it blows the motor. Okay, so now the next thing we're gonna do, which I'm not gonna be able to show you, but right here, you see where this little line is? These two metals are meeting. This is Honda bonds right here. So we need to take off the Honda bonds here. Moving directly towards the back, you have some right here. Moving towards the other side of the engine, it's actually going to be right here. You're going to see the line where the two metals meet. You can see it right here on the front, right there. So clean up all that, scrape it off, because we're going to need to put new Honda bonds to do this job as well. Alright guys, so we are back. I got the Honda bonds right there. Now we're just putting the new gasket onto the actual valve cover gasket. So what you want to do is start with like the corners. You see this piece? That's a corner piece. So you know that's going to go on a corner. And it has this little divot in here which aligns with that. So you know that goes there. So let me just kind of put it on here so that you guys can see, hopefully. Can you guys see? You can't see that. There you go, a little better. I got you guys currently lined up with a magnetic mount from my cell phone. I had bought a like an action camera that was supposedly filming in 4K, but I'll tell you something, bro. When I tested the footage, I shot a little test video. That was not 4K, I can tell you that. Now another thing I should probably inform you of is when you're putting on this gasket, try not to make it too tight, because you might actually run into a problem where you can't get the gasket all the way on. So just put it in real loose, like make sure it goes in to the groove, but you don't have to like push it down all the way yet. See, we're on the last little, I hope you guys can see this. You can't see that. We're on the last little piece right here. Okay. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna push it down all the way, right? Into the groove. See that? It's coming out a little bit. Just pop it back in there. Now you can, I'll show you a little trick here you can do to make sure this thing sits in there. Actually, I'll just tell you the trick. You could just lay this flat on the surface and kind of give it a little bit of love taps. Don't go too crazy on it. Don't treat it like a jealous husband or anything. You know? That's a bad joke. I'm sorry. But anyways, there's the valve cover gasket. Now we're going to be applying the Honda Bond. Guys, this is probably the most important part of the video. So what you want to do is, you see how there's that little line there? You want to get some Honda Bond going on there. Hold on. You don't want too much though. Just want like a little dot. Oh, come on. New bottle. Here we go. Yeah, that should be good. And then right here as well, we want to get it down here. Nice little dot up here. Nice little dot, right? Come around the back. Now here you got to be real freaking careful, because you're on the back of the engine right here. Another dot, and back corner right down here. Now it looks like there's some Honda Bond, old Honda Bond there, but that is not actually in the way, so don't worry about that. Oh, dear Lord. There we go. And then right there as well. Come on, baby. Yep. So what I like to do is give it a little smush here, smush there, smush there. Just kind of rub it a little bit. And you guys gotta, once you put this stuff down, you gotta kind of move, put it in second gear right here, because this stuff is already starting to dry. All right. Now you're gonna lay the new valve cover. You're going to lay the valve cover with the new gasket on here. Alright? Just go gently and soft. Something's holding us back. What's this? There you go. Some hits. Before you start putting the bolts in, make sure that this tab is here. Got another tab right there. Is there one on the back? Yeah. You guys can't see it, but there's another one there. Check for those. This way you'll know you're still lined up. And now we start putting the bolts in. Stand tight first. Catch the thread first, guys. Alright. Remember, this one here is the one with the stud. Well, if you want, put that in there right now. Don't drop these either, that would suck. tragic. Oh, maybe we should. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. There we go, baby. I'll just add it and I lost it. Okay. We're going to switch over to this guy here, set it on mode 4. So it'll stop when it reads 10 foot-pounds. And then you kind of just want to go in a circular pattern here. Socket. And just kind of make sure that you got them all. Like this one. Yeah, okay. Now we're gonna grab a ratchet and do the final torque. Touch my cheek before you leave me. Alright, don't go too crazy on it. Make sure it gets snug, and then you want to give it like a quarter turn. Try to get it as close to the original sequence as possible. Yeah, go ahead, buddy. Yep. Check one more time. Good, 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 good. Come on, baby. Good, good, good. Good. So now you just kind of want to look around, right? See if you see anything obviously off. That's good. That's supposed to be there. So is that one right there. So is that one right there. Alright guys, next step is to just kind of put everything back together. So let's start with the hoses, because we know that there's 2 of them. Yeah, buddy. Try to get it as close to the original pinch point as possible. Got this guy here. Bring this up. Boom, just like that. Now remember these green clips? We're gonna pop those back in. There you go. We're gonna bring this forward. Oh, there we go. Alright. Now, this, remember this just pushes down. Although you could do that after you put the coils in, it might be a little easier. So yeah, we'll do that. Alright, got that. This section here. And I will show you where these plugs go in a second. This goes back here. I hope you guys can see all of this. Yeah, cool. Gets plugged in. And then don't rush on this part. Kind of just take your time and make sure you got it all. Got the hose with those two. Looking good. Alright, so we'll put the coils back in next. I took them out in order of, I laid them out in the same order I took them out, is what I mean to say. Alright. Bolts up here. And just kind of try to catch the thread before you go crazy with the gun. Right? On this one, I'm going to be using the same gun here. Stops at 10 foot-pounds, so this way you don't over torque it, you know. And this easier, just plug all these guys in here. Right? And then you can just push this guy down here. There we go. And that's going to line up once we put the cover bolt back on. Okay. Now, let me take you down here. Show you this. Got to plug this guy back in here. And down there, you guys can see that, I hope. Plug for the compressor. I can't see it too well. I'm struggling to put that one back in. Okay. Because I had it upside down, probably. Yep. I'm gonna pop this back in here. Come on. Well, we'll do that later. Okay. This guy back here. The nut. We got that nut. Remember, again, that's a 12 millimeter, so we'll just start this, shoot this down, and I'll be right back, guys. So once you take care of the alternator and the little nut there, you just want to make sure this is on the outside of this cover. Push it down in its place, and then this hose, right? You guys remember, goes that way. And grab your engine cover. Here we go. 10 foot-pounds again. Oh, 4, 7. Now the last step is just clean the valve cover gasket. Well, the mess from the old valve cover gasket, I should say. You'll be good to gear. So, just want to give it a nice hosing down. So I should say this is the second to last step. Because realistically, the last step is going to be to turn it on and check for leaks. But that's, you know, that's pretty obvious. All right.